Hey, what's up? Let's talk about some screen printing stuff. Move these guys out of the way. They're just waiting to get cut up nice. Anyway, so in my previous video, I went into how I cut this block and printed it to skateboard. That can be seen here. I mentioned that I might want to move this to a screen and try and screen print boards with it with the same design in future. So I got into that a little bit. I thought I'd get my buddy Chris to make me a screen so it was a bit more pro, which he did, and it was awesome. But I attempted to print this to a board, and just because of the nature of this screen being so tight, as soon as I tried to flex this mesh over the top of a board, it split and blew out on me. So I thought I'd try and revisit it and burn myself a screen. So I got a new order of diazo sensitizer speedball photo emulsion. Unfortunately, this, if you can see in there, stayed blue, which is not good. I reached out to Speedball, let them know what my experience was, thinking that it was probably the diazo that had gone bad. They agreed with that, so yesterday I received a box from Speedball. We're going to see what they sent me. I'm assuming it's just the same two products, and I'll get to try again. This is the only box in here. It looks like it all comes as a package. I'm assuming this is just the two same items within this box. There we go. Mix these up and see if they turn the correct color. Then we'll look at coating and burning the screen. See you in a minute. Alright, so I was just upstairs. I put some water in this. I filled it with 3/4 just cold water. I can already tell it's better than the last time I bought this. Let's see if I can get into this. Anyway, this has had a nice mix all in there. Oh yeah, so much better than last time. That is way better. It's supposed to turn green. It didn't before. I think we're in a much better place to apply this to the screen. Let's see if we can burn an image into it. Okay, this is my super high-tech screen coating area. Screen here, just 1x1 wood, bolted together on the corners. Stretched, stapled. It's got some of this fabric edging. I got that from one of Johnny Manak's videos where he talked about screen printing. That video is awesome. So is Johnny Manak Skates. Yeah, it's pretty much a copy of that kind of process. The screen here isn't actually that tight. Hoping to avoid blowing it out when pulling squeegee over it with a skateboard underneath. Scoop cutter. It's going to be really helpful for pulling my emulsion over the screen, getting a nice thin coverage. Emulsion, paper towel. I tend to do this in the dark, so I'm going to go lights out for a little while, see how that works. Emulsion in the scoop coater. So the goal is to get the emulsion right at the lip of the scoop coater, and then just let it rest on the screen, pull it up through the screen so it's covered, but really thin. This one side is not bad. The back side as well. Just scrape off as much excess on this as I can so I don't get like bulges and drips in it. And you don't need it to be super wide because it's just going to be intended to be used for a skateboard. I think that should be good. Then I'm going to put this in my dark room to dry out. Let's go. So you probably couldn't see where I put that screen after I coated it, but it's just here in basically a weed tent that I use as my dark room. So that can chill there for 24 hours to dry out. There's plenty of other things to do while the screen dries. I had a couple boards in the press that were ready to be removed, so I took those out, set those in the racks to cure for a couple weeks, and I can shape up the boards that you saw earlier in this video and get those ready to be clear coated and printed. And we're back to the screen. I'm going to grab a few things. Firstly, a piece of glass, A couple foamies, I'll get that cobweb off there, and a transparency. These are going to get stacked up around the frame and added into my exposure unit in my weed tent. Right here I've got foamies underneath the screen supporting the actual mesh, and some glass on top of that to keep it in place. I just have a simple fluorescent light for this, so my exposure times will be at around 12 minutes. This transparency has been under the lights now for about 12 minutes. It's almost time to go dark. I've got a black bin bag here. I'm just going to throw it in so I can take it outside and wash out the screen. Hopefully it's worked. Next time you see this, it'll probably be coming out of a bin bag outside. It's out of the bag. I'll start by giving both sides of the screen a soak, just to keep that emulsion that's in the areas I want to wash out nice and soft. I'll keep spraying it for about 30 seconds to a minute, and then the image itself will start to wash out. Once it starts washing out, this happens pretty quickly, and this screen is looking pretty good so far. The image seems fairly crisp, no bubbles or blobs in the emulsion as a whole, so I'll take it. Okay, I'm in the messy shop now. Screen's dried out. Board I just shaped up. And I'm going to try this screen. I'm printing this one in a horizontal format. I've tried building a rig and making like a way to print boards vertically from top to bottom in the past. I've always just had loads of problems with the concave, so I'm just trying something different here. I have now aligned my transparency to register where I want this print to be on the board. I can then remove the transparency that I taped on the board to act as a template for alignment. Stretched the screen right over the board here. I'm going for a 0 off contact dry pull to see if that gives us any good results. I've added a bit of extra weight to the top side of the screen for a bit of extra stretch, and then I can add some ink. Then I can try pulling this screen for the first time. Let's give it a look. Yeah. So it could have been a bit better contact on the sides. See if we can get away with another pull. Much better. Like, it's obviously a sharper print than a block print. You can tell that I've used a wide count mesh. I think this is only like 110 mesh because the image has got a little bit of like rough edges to it. But on the whole, it looks good once you're not bang smack up in its face. I'll clean up and then set up for another one. Template's about where I want it. Put an extra shim under the board this time, so I think that off contact that I clamped down last time is a little bit less of a factor. Push down with a little bit more force this time on the sides. See if we can do it in one pull again. It's clean. One pull. Shiny right now, but that will fade down. Nice. Alright, so that's it for now. Got a couple boards screen printed here. This was the one I block printed in the last video. You can see there's some scale differences between the two. Obviously this one's on a darker background, so the new screen printed one kind of pops a little bit more, but This looks great. I gave this one coat, clear coat, so far. Feels slick, looks good. Still needs a little bit of finishing work. Red one, I literally just printed it like 20 minutes ago. Still needs fully sealing and clear coating, but I'm really stoked on it. It came out good. I thought I'd note that I'm just using regular speedball acrylic screen printing ink. This is the stuff that says it's for use on paper, cardboard, wood, and primed surfaces. So yeah, that covers burning screen, printing it to a skateboard. I might make some more videos with maybe a new like 2-color print or something in the future. And I'm going to post a couple links in the description of videos that helped me along the way to get from not knowing a thing about screen printing to be able to print a 1-color skateboard if you're trying to learn to screen print. Otherwise, if you feel so inclined, liking this video, subscribing to the channel would be a huge help. Thanks, I'm out.